Yo, yo! Good morning, and good morning, champions, and welcome to Saturday morning training. I'm super duper excited to have each and every one of you connected with us this morning, and I got this value for you today. Today, I'm going to give you the map to success, and I'm not just talking about the traditional map that we used to use back in the day before we had Waze and Google Maps and what's the other one, Apple Maps. I am talking about the M, the A, and the P. And we're going to break those down here shortly. All right. So today is the last training before we embark upon the month of October. And the month of October is the last month of what we consider network marketing season. All right. Today, see, training is reps only because we can have straight talk, right? We can give it to you straight, no chaser, just keep it raw and uncut. All right. Because once, and we can dip into November, but right about a week before Thanksgiving, people start to check out. Right, people start to check out and get into Thanksgiving mode and get into holiday mode and get into New Year's mode, and even people who are in the business don't go as hard as they normally would, right? And it's not just a business thing. People don't go as hard at work. People don't go as hard in their recreational activities. It's just people get in holiday mode. So I want you to make a conscious effort to say, you know what? I'm going to go all out during the month of October and into November. From now to Thanksgiving, I am going to give 120% effort. Why? Because I want to make sure that I take full advantage of network marketing season. Because what taking full advantage of network marketing season means is it not only means that your Christmas and your New Year's could be better, but somebody else's could be better because you gave them the seed of hope and you gave them the seed of opportunity through the James G. Direct opportunity. All right. So for those who don't know, my name is Marquise Williams. They call me Money Mike. I'm a founding member as well as an executive senior director here at JMG Direct. And if you don't remember anything else during this training that I would like to welcome you to, I want you to remember that the difference between amateurs and professionals is training. All right. So, welcome to all the new champions that have joined this week. We're excited to have you a part of this prosperity community. And the foundation of what we do, it's important that you understand the foundation because you're going to develop a lot of skill sets that's going to help you be an awesome affiliate, an awesome marketing brand ambassador, right? But the skill set of what we do isn't the foundation. The foundation is just exposed. The skill sets that you learn help you become better at exposing, help you learn the different techniques of being a better brand ambassador, a better people person, better at connecting, right? Our launch strategy is very simple. It's elementary even. It's success with JMG is simple as one, two, three. What that means, you must make one decision that you want something more out of life. This is the most important step. That's why it's number one. Not your husband or your wife or your significant other wants something more for you. Not your mama or your daddy wants something more for you. You got to want it for you because only then will you be willing to do the work that it takes to get it. Because if your mama wants something more for you, then you ain't going to do the work that it takes to get it. If your significant other wants something more for you, you ain't going to do the work that it takes to get it. You got to want it for you. And then the next part is simple. The work is simply gather two, preferably auto ship customers to qualify to get paid, and then partner with three other people and teach them how to do the same thing. Make a decision and get qualified to get paid. Very simple launch strategy. If everybody checks these boxes and does this, not only do you become what I like to call a superstar, but your business will continue to grow. You'll create leverage, you'll create residual income, you'll begin reaching your goals. All right. So if you have any questions during today's training, please feel free to ask them in the chat. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so that you're notified when we go live for training. Okay. but your comments are welcome, even if they're not questions. All right. So let's get into it. MAP to success. MAP is an acronym, and that's what we're going to be digging into today. The first M stands for monitor, right? You got to monitor what strategies are working and what strategies aren't working. That way you can make the proper adjustments and adjust your strategies. All right. So when you look at what strategies are working, is it, you know, what's working is all about generating leads and sales, okay? Because the only thing that matters is results. It's not how many likes you get, it's not how many comments you get. It's all about what is producing results for you. All right. So is it your social media posts? If you're doing some stuff on YouTube, is it your YouTube videos? Don't be afraid to struggle stream. I get a lot of people who are like, I don't know anything about this technology stuff. There ain't nothing to know. Just turn the camera on and do it. You'll figure it out. These kids are figuring it out. They didn't magically come out the womb like, oh, I know TikTok. Oh, I know YouTube. No, they're just figuring it out. So you have to get out of your comfort zone and be willing to venture to figure it out so that you can get to where you want to be in life. Is it TikTok videos? Is it just traditional word of mouth for you? What are your strategies that are working? And do you even have any? And are you willing? It's not on the screen, but are you willing to learn new things? Because if the people don't know, the business won't grow. And as marketing brand ambassadors, we're using these things as tools to get the word out to the people. See, before we didn't have the internet, we didn't have social media. So we had to only use word of mouth, and you only got one mouth. So yeah, you could get people on the phone, you could do multiple phone calls, but there's nothing that goes faster than social media, and that's why being a brand ambassador is so important. But the A is amplify, right? Amplify. Once you've identified the strategies that are working for you, you gotta do it more. Now, some of you are looking at this right now, and you're saying, I was one of those people that don't have any strategies. That's okay, because you're gonna learn a strategy. And you're going to know from this training that once you learn it and once you grasp hold and find what's working for you, then you're going to amplify it. And sometimes we got to think outside the box. We got these babies that know how to do all this stuff. Ask them to teach you. Ask them to do it for you. Tell them, I'll give you $1 if you do this for Nana. Hey, your pops will, do this for you if you do this for me. Hey, Uncle, do this for you if you go ahead and post these pictures on social media for me. Utilize things to your advantage, your resources to your advantage until you learn it yourself. Don't have so much pride and or ego that you're not willing to ask people for help. So when amplifying, right? If you're posting once a week and it works, post twice a week. If you're posting 0 times a week, then do something. Post once a week. Because 0 times a week ain't working. Zero, Mr. Jones always taught me 0 times anything is 0. Every single time. It doesn't matter what the anything is. It's 0. It's simple mathematics. We can't change that. But if TikTok is your strength and you're posting once a day on TikTok, start maybe posting 2 or 3 times a day. Whatever you're doing that's working, amplify it. Accept nothing because that's not working. You have to have something to amplify it. Even God asked for a mustard seed of faith. You got to have something to work with. So the P is prosper. The P is prosper. All right? You got to remove any and all roadblocks hindering your growth. So, is it a lack of time? Is it a lack of consistency? Is it a lack of resources? You got to find, if you're not getting results, you got to identify the reason you're not getting results. It's not enough to just say, oh, it's me. I know. It's just me. I'm just not doing it. That's not enough. You don't just sit in mediocrity. There's a story in the Bible called, about a man healed at the pool of Bethesda, right? And I'm going to read it to you really quick because it's a short story. But it says, after this, there was a feast of the Jews, and the Jews went up to Jerusalem. Now there is in Jerusalem by the sheep gate a pool, which is called in Hebrew Bethesda, having 5 porches. And in the lay of great multitude of sick people, blind, lame, paralyzed, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at certain times into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in first after the stirring of the water was made well of whatever disease he or she had. Now a certain man was there who had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him laying there and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water was stirred up. But while I am coming, another steps down before me." Jesus said to him, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed and walked. And that day was the Sabbath. The Jews therefore said to him who was cured, "It is the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your bed." But what I want each and every one of you to understand is that you have to address the issues to ensure that you can continue to expand your success, because consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Now, I want you guys to really internalize this for a moment, because a lot of us are wise on here. I'm 45 years old. Some of you are a little bit younger than me. Some of you are a little bit wiser. We all know people of different age groups. People are sitting in their conditions of being poverty minded, of being broke, of not having what they want. It doesn't have to be extreme poverty. It could be you don't have enough to do the things that you truly want to do in life. But people are sitting in that condition, waiting for somebody to pick them up and put them in the stirring water, waiting for them to pick them up and put them in the business, waiting for them to take them out when they're in the business and give them 3 people, give them customers, when all we have to do is take up our bed and walk. What is taking up our bed and walking? Posting online, talking to people, showing the plan, posting on social media, being a brand ambassador, being a product of the product. The power is in each and every one of us. All we have to do is pick up our bed and walk. So, a quote that I once heard: "A king chilling at the circus doesn't make the circus a palace." Small typo there. Doesn't make it a palace. It only makes the king a clown. If you're finding yourself around a bunch of clowns in your life, you might be at the circus. But when you come to training, when you come to the Simple Wealth Blueprint, you're around a bunch of kings and queens because you're at a palace. And you have to make the decision to change your environment when you're outside of training, when you're outside of the presentation, when you're outside of the JMG Direct environment. You got to go and connect with other people. And if you can't change the people that you hang around, you got to change the people that you hang around. I got a cool short thing I saw on IG I want to share with you guys real quick. Let me flip this over to the camera. Like, boom. I gotta play it on the computer because it's not connected to my phone right now. That's all right. So we're gonna switch it like boom, and then boom, Firefoxy right there, boom. Let me make sure you can hear it. Refresh the page, make sure it plays right.
There was this incredible violinist. His name was Joshua Bell, world-class violinist, one of the greats. He teamed up with the Washington Post in 2007 for a social experiment. What if we took this extraordinary world-class musician and put him in the most ordinary of places? Let's put him in the Washington, D.C. subways. Well, they put him in a little baseball cap, and it was only 45 minutes. He put out a little tip jar, and he played for 45 minutes. They thought that it would create like a scene, like a concert almost. What happened was even more incredible. No one gave a shit. 1,000 people went by. Only, I think, 7 stopped to listen to him. Of the 7 who stopped to listen, only 1 recognized him as one of the greatest violinists of all time. In that 45 minutes, he made $54 in tips. $20 of that came from the 1 person who recognized him. Joshua Bell, you could expect to pay hundreds, thousands of dollars a seat to listen to this man play. But in that subway, he faded into white noise. No one cared. But here's the point of that. No matter how wonderful you are, if you are in the wrong environment, you will be treated as invisible, even disposable. And you cannot let that environment and the way those people react to you affect the way you see yourself. So
I wanted to play that short clip because a lot of you guys looking at this video, not necessarily the ones who are on live, but a lot of people just in life are in the wrong environments. And you're allowing that environment to make you think that you're a clown when you're kings and queens. You are on the receiving end of great business information. Each and every one of you are champions. Each and every one of you are millionaires. You just haven't got paid yet. But you're in the wrong environment, or if you're in the wrong environment, you're allowing that environment to influence you to make you think that you're less than. And I'm here to tell you today that you have to stop thinking less than of yourself. And you have to start operating in your authority and in your power. You have to start going out and going through the numbers and not worrying about the clowns that say no, not worrying about the clowns that say they want to remain in their own situation. And it happens to all of us. I have a Morehouse brother, very intelligent, very amazing when it comes to history and African culture. But I talked to him and he said, man, I know you've been successful in network marketing. I've seen your success. I mean, we're close. We've done, musical projects together and everything. But he said, network marketing is not my jam. I said, well, brother, why isn't it not your jam? Well, I went to a presentation one time and the guy, it seemed like a cult. And the guy kept talking to me about blah, 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 right? And then the second time I seen it, I was trying to talk to a shorty and we were talking and then she invited me to a meeting and I felt bait and switched, right? So I'm listening to him and despite his situation and the financial struggles that he's having personally, he's not even seeing the fact that he has a solution to his problems. He's worried about people, not the industry, people and how they've operated in the past showing him the business. It's his own conditioning despite being educated. It's his own conditioning despite being employed. It's his own conditioning that's holding him back from seeing the value in an opportunity. So you may be talking to educated people. You may be talking to people who have a job. That doesn't automatically mean that they're going to see the business. People are people. The process is the same. You show them the plan, you collect a decision. You show them the plan, you collect a decision. It's not your job to decide who should be on the list. It's your job to make the list, show the plan. It's their job to decide if they should be on the list and if they're ready to take advantage of the opportunity that you're giving them. We don't beg, we don't convince. We go through the numbers. And when we get somebody in, we teach them to go through the numbers. How do you go through the numbers? You expose. Like we teach in our launch strategy at the very beginning, all we do is expose. We expose through promotions and being a brand ambassador, being an affiliate. We get the word out there. The people who raise their hand and are interested, they will come and they will be attracted towards you. But remember, you have to continue to work on being a better version of yourself. You have to improve your skill set because you don't attract who you want. You attract who you are. I'm going to say that again. You don't attract who you want. You attract who you are. And your results in the business are a direct indication of what you are doing in the business. Let me flip this back to the PowerPoint. All right, so we got the Simple Wealth Blueprint coming up this Tuesday. Let's get some guests on. Let's get some people plugged in. Let's get some people connected. That's how we expose. We find out if they're interested in more. We show them the plan. We just get them the details. We don't sell them. We don't convince them. We get them the details. And if their window is open, their window is open. Continue to use the Paul D. Jones Show as a tool. The last 2 weeks, you got to fight. And you got to continue to fight. I know that second one I'm saying wrong, but it's a two-parter, and he went in. Very, very valuable information, not just for this business. That's what I want you to realize for this show. It's not just this business, it's life. It will help you become a better significant other, a better mom, a better dad, a better nana, a better pop, better friend, better cousin, better employee at your job. Great value, great show. Gotta plug in. So I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, connecting with us today. Always remember, these links are there for your value, for you to use. Memoryjogger.simplewealthblueprint.com and replay.simplewealthblueprint.com. Always remember, you're the best investment that you got, and you were born to win. So play to win right now, because you are already a champion. Now let's go out and operate like it. I'll see you at the top, and I'll see you at the bank. Peace.